So, I want to show off a way I've been playing Rimworld recently. When I've been playing off stream, I've been playing a lot of hardcore runs. And the problem with starting a new colony regularly when you're bad at the game and lose a lot of runs is you have a lot of options to set. So I found a way to randomize my options for every new colony. So what you do is you go new colony and you grab yourself a good old-fashioned D6 and you roll a 1, so you get crash landed. You basically pick, you have 6 options here, you pick whichever one you roll on. You can always scenario edit and stuff like that, but I've not bothered getting into that just yet. Next, the difficulty, I say pick your own difficulty. I'm not gonna say roll for this. Maybe you want to roll for storyteller, that's up to you. I don't usually bother. But then we get to the real meat of it all, which is the create world page. This is where I never change roughly any of these. Now, you've got randomized seed, you can roll for that if you want. Globe coverage doesn't matter. But overall rainfall, there are 7 options here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, best bet is to roll a D8, and on an 8 you just re-roll. So in my case, I rolled that off camera very professionally. I rolled a 5, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got slightly higher than normal overall rainfall. Do it again for temperature. 8. We have high. No, that's a re-roll. Let me do that again. 6. We still have very high overall temperature. That's 1 off top. Population, that's another D8. Ooh. That's a 6 as well, so let's count that out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally pollution. Pollution's a little trickier because there are 21 options here. 0% up to 20%. So here's what I say you do. You grab yourself a D20, give yourself a bit of a roll, and then, if you want, get another dice and roll odds or evens, or maybe flip a coin and then say add 1 or subtract 1, whichever way you want to do it. So in my case, I'm going to say add 1, so that way, odds we add 1, evens we do not add 1. So then we count 0, so 0% is 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's pretty damn polluted, all right. I haven't come up with a system yet for factions. Maybe I'll come up with that at a later time. Now, generate your world. Give it a second. Have some wonderful shit Rimworld says uploading tips there. If you want here, you can roll a dice for your random site. I recommend something small like a D6. You don't want to click this 20 times because it's just a bit of a chore. Select random site 1. And we got desert, which isn't too bad at all. I have rolled the ice sheets on this before with a naked survivor landing, and boy, I just tried to run for the hills and it did not work. Right, the second last dice roll, and this is the one that actually inspired this whole system, because I couldn't decide how to use any of these religion systems because they're all so different, and like why would I ever choose to be what's the one I hated? Human purists. That sounds boring, but hey, maybe it'll make for a good challenge run if I roll randomly on it. So what you want is a D20 and a D4, and you're going to start the count from 2. Classic like is 2, because there are 23 options here on this page. So that's a 4 plus an 8. So starting at 2, you go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're a domination gang. And you can see if you go all the way down here, you've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 21, 23 results. D20 and a D4 cover that perfectly. But yeah, that picked us a domination gang, which is not something I've played before, so we'll see how that goes. Finally, your colonists. This I don't necessarily recommend, but you can roll a d8 on these. So first dice you roll, you pick whatever number it lands on. Second dice you roll, you pick whatever it lands on, unless it's a 1 in case you reroll, because your first colonist slot is taken up by the first roll. And the same again for number 3. 4. So we take our fourth character and we put him to the top. Then we rolled a 5. We take our 5th character, put them in second place. And finally, we roll a 1, so we re-roll that because Jin's staying. 7. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Galagos. There, that's your starting crew. And then you're ready to go. That's it. That's all. That's my way of playing random started runs on Rimworld. It's a little bit of a shame we didn't roll 0% low temperature and naked survival and land on the ice sheets this time, but hey, I'll call it a win either way.